Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is another brutally cold day. The feels like temperature is about -8 degrees today, so it's the wind chill. It's about -1 I think, but the wind is just biting, so really cold, but hopefully better weather is forecast for next week, so fingers crossed. And it's Sunday run day, where we talk about all things running. And today's topic is how to fit running in with a busy work, family life. So how can we kind of manage that? So as always, if you like this episode, please give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So this is a question by one of the Runpreneur community group members, Alex Hart, and his question was how to fit running and exercise in and around a really busy working life, a really busy kind of family life, homeschooling, all these types of things that's going on in people's lives at the moment. And this is a relatively straightforward answer really, so maybe this vlog won't be as long as most of my episodes, but the simple answer is routines turn into habits, and habits, is what holds you accountable, or find some accountability. So if I was going to summarise that, my mouth's going numb already. I mean, you need to create a routine that fits in with your family life. Do that routine enough so it reinforces and becomes a habit, and then hopefully that will hold you accountable. But if not, you need some accountability to back it up. So first and foremost, you have to understand that everybody's personal life is very different. Everybody has different demands upon themselves for their family and for their private lives, and whatever you commit to needs to work to you. So you don't have to be extreme like me and run every day. It could be that you just want to go out 2-3 times a week, something along those lines, which is absolutely fine. But when you commit to something, commit to it. And the only way you're going to commit to it and set yourself up for success is setting it up in a way that fits in and around your daily lives. If you do something which is going to be, a hassle factor for you and your family, it's another reason not to do it. So perhaps speak with your loved ones and see your family. Right, this is what you want to do. I want to commit to running 2 to 3 times a week. When's best days to do it? When's a good time throughout the day to do it, where it's not kind of contradicting other things that's going on in your lives, and then commit to it. And that's the simplest way to do it. It's just as a starting point. You can adjust it. It doesn't have to be super rigid like that, but I think I find routine and habits is what makes me do this every day. If I didn't have a routine or habit associated with it, I probably wouldn't do it. So I think, and it's got to fit in around. And on weekdays I always do the vlog every day, either between 8:30 and 9 in the morning. So sometimes it's 9 o'clock, sometimes 8:30, but it's around about that time. And if it's weekends, for example, it's a Sunday today, and my wife's been out for a walk this morning already, so I'm slightly later, but I'm taking the kids out with me. So you just got to fit it into your daily lives, and make sure that everybody in and around you is kind of aware and supportive of what you're trying to achieve. And most families would acknowledge that exercise is a super important part of maintaining a healthy life. So hopefully if the people around you are supportive of you integrating exercise into your routine, then all the better. But the next part on is just turning it into a routine, into a habit. And you need to do something for 67 days straight. Not every day, but over that period of time. You're looking at kind of 2 and a bit months really of doing something consistently for it to become a habit. So if you're doing it once a week, it's like 8 or 9 times it should become a habit. If you're doing it every day, obviously that's 7 days a week over the same period, but you have to do it at least over that 67 day period to reinforce it to become a habit. Once it's a habit, you stop questioning it, and you'll know when you get to that stage. Like I say, today is horrible out here today. My poor kids are freezing, I'm freezing. It's not pleasant, but I'm just conditioned to come out, and we've had some pretty brutal winter weather, but because it's so reinforced into my life, I do it. I don't question it. But even then, no matter how strong the habit is, you will get certain days where it's just tougher than normal, and you know what, that's absolutely fine. And I think what you need to do in those situations is have accountability, and that's where the vlog has come in so useful for me, because the few people that actually do watch it every day, and there are some people, contrary to popular belief, that do actually watch this stuff daily and hopefully find it of good value. Well, if I didn't do it for a day, then they'd notice, and that's enough for me to kind of continue doing it. And also the fact that I'm on a streak of about 270 days straight now, I'm so embedded into it, it'd be devastating to break this streak. I said a year, but I'm already thinking now that I want to do it for 1,000 days straight and see where it goes, but because it's so positive in my life. So hopefully that's been useful. So to summarize, you know, how I would, you know, implement an exercise routine into an incredibly busy private life is, one, you know, understand your kind of family's routine and integrate exercise into that lifestyle that doesn't conflict with something that you or the family are doing. So make sure it fits with your personal life is number one. Number two, commit to a routine. Some people go, oh yeah, I'll just go out here, just go out there, and that works for some people, but routine is far better. It's something that kind of puts you into a process where you're not going to argue yourself. You know that Tuesday mornings I go for a run, for example. So routine is really, really important. Number three, once you've got that routine and it fits within your life, reinforce it by turning it into a habit. To do that, 66, 67 days period of doing the same thing at the same frequency will reinforce it to become a habit, which then means you're not questioning it as much. And the final one is, if you've got a way of accountability, so I have obviously my run every day challenge, I have my vlog challenge, it all holds me accountable. It might be for you that when you run with a partner and that holds you accountable, but accountability is also super, super important. So hope that's been useful, and as always, if you've got any questions on this stuff, drop me a comment, I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger question, I'll do a separate vlog episode and tag you in. If this is irrelevant information to you, just unfollow me on your social feeds. You don't have to unfriend me. Unfollowing will stop you getting your news feed bombarded with my content. But before you do that, please check out the Runpreneur YouTube channel, where I do a different topic on every day of the week. So just because today's may not be relevant, tomorrow or the days after may be very relevant. So do check out the YouTube channel, and it's all nicely catalogued by topic in playlist order. So hopefully you'll find that useful, completely free resource. Also check out the link in my bio, where I'm starting to put more and more free resources out there to kind of help people with what I talk about in the vlog. So check that out. The first resource is my 70-step process for content repurposing, reformatting and optimising across all the social platforms. So if you're looking to put more content out there this year, then do check that out. He'll show you a really effective, efficient way of doing so. And all that's left to say is that the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs and business owners overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running, as a release mechanism or a release valve. If you don't have that release valve, when pressure builds up in the form of stress, if you don't release it regularly, it evolves and builds up to overwhelm. And if you're still not dealing with it, that's when panic starts setting in, anxiety starts happening, and it can start having mental health related issues. So it's vitally important you have that release mechanism. It could be exercise, it could be something else, but understanding that everybody needs some form of release mechanism in their daily lives. Now, the entrepreneurs and business owners that do this well will keep in control, have clarity, won't get blinded by overwhelm, and will, as a result, move on to bigger and better things and thrive under the pressure. That's what thriving under pressure is, it's controlling it. And the ones that don't, it's like pressure that builds in a pipe. It builds and builds and builds, and before you know it, the pipe bursts. When that happens, one of two things will occur. the entrepreneur or the business will break down, and unfortunately either or of those scenarios will generally result in the business not lasting the test of time. Now, I've been there. I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I've lost multiple business partners because of this, and I've almost been bankrupt because of it. So and it's a very, very dark place, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy to kind of experience that. So my pledge to you is that if you are somebody who's struggling with this stuff, drop me a message. And now many people have already done this. There's no catch here. I'll just jump on a call and I'll give you some guidance and advice and give you some tips of stuff that I've implemented in my life that's made a huge difference, and hopefully it'll do the same for you. As an example, I've made more progress since doing this vlog in the last 8 months than I have in the previous 4 years, and that's no coincidence. So hopefully there's some social proof to kind of back these claims up. So just remember, there's no catch. I'm not saying anything here. If you do need support, drop me a message. We'll jump on a call and I'll hopefully help you. I've always said, if this vlog helps just one entrepreneur or saves one business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So that's it. All that's left to say is, if you like this episode, give it a like, a comment and a subscribe. If you want to see similar content, please check out the playlist link on the YouTube channel. And all that's left to say is stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.